Hello again. Now, I'll say it again, make sure to leave your marks on your paper. This is the way that we can be sure you are doing these correctly. That said, let's move on. Today we're going to be looking at congruent angles and how to copy congruent angles. So I have a nice angle here where I've taken the liberty of calling the vertex, well, A. So I start by making a line. We can make one side of the line here without needing any further measure. So I've got that guy right there. Now, I'm going to go back to my original angle that I'm going to copy right here. I'm going to put the tip of my compass on the point, okay, on the vertex, and I'm going to go ahead and make an arc. Let's make this kind of a bigger arc, because that will help us as we get down here. So I'm going to make about as big of an arc as I can reasonably fit on here. Okay. And the arc is going to go through both of the rays that are a part of that angle. So I've got 2 points of intersection here. Let's go ahead and highlight these. We'll call these points B and C. And keeping the compass at the same length, I'm going to go to my endpoint here. I'm going to make this arc. Same arcs. Compass length is the same. It's going to go in the same direction here. And I'm going to call this endpoint here, I'm going to call this guy D. Alright. Now we go back to our original angle. We're going to set the compass length to equal the distance between the 2 points that are on the rays of the angle and on the arc that we drew. We want to line it up right there. Okay, so we've got our angle length fixed. Excuse me, our compass length fixed. We're going to move it over here to the one intersection that we've already got between the other arc that we drew and one side of our angle. And we're going to go ahead and make an arc. Okay? Make the arc so that both of those arcs intersect. So just like this is the exact length, B is the same length from C, we've got 2 new points that we're working with over here. Let's call the one on the top here E, where these 2 arcs intersect. And we'll call the one on the bottom F. Okay. To make our congruent angle, we're going to connect D and E by a line, by a ray, actually. Okay. So we can see that they're similar. EDF is going to be congruent to BAC. We can look at our protractor and line this guy up. So we've got a measure here of looks like about 150 degrees. Go to our original, line it up, and we've got a measure of 150 degrees. And that's it. That is how you make congruent angles. Go ahead and practice that a few times yourself, and again we'll talk about that tomorrow more in class. Have a great evening.